Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. Give me 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes. And I promise you, your life will never be the same again. Not because I have some magic trick, not because I have all the answers, but because inside of you, there is something greater than any obstacle, any setback, any excuse you've ever told yourself. And today, we're going to wake it up. You see, most people live their lives on autopilot. They wake up, go to work, come home, scroll on their phones, go to sleep. And repeat. They're moving, but they're not going anywhere. They're busy, but they're not productive. And worst of all, they're living someone else's script instead of writing their own story. But you didn't come here today to be average. You came here because you know there's more inside of you. There's something calling you to step up, to rise up, to stop waiting and start taking control of your life. And I'm here to tell you, you can. You absolutely can. The question is, will you? See, life is not going to hand you your dreams wrapped up with a bow. It's going to test you. It's going to throw challenges at you. People are going to doubt you. You are going to doubt you. And that little voice in your head is going to whisper, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I lose? But let me ask you, what if you win? What if you take that first step, push through the fear, and finally break through? What if the version of yourself that you dream about, the one who is confident, powerful, successful, is just waiting for you to say yes? I need you to understand something. You don't have time to play small. You don't have time to put your dreams on hold. The clock is ticking, and whether you take action or not, time will keep moving. And one day you're going to wake up and realize that someday never came. That all the reasons you gave yourself for why you couldn't were nothing but excuses. And in that moment you will wish, you will beg to have just one more chance. But today you have that chance. Right now, in this very moment, you have a choice. You can either go back to the life you've been living, the one that's safe, familiar, predictable, or you can decide right here, right now, that enough is enough, that you are done playing small, that you are done waiting for permission, that you are done living beneath your potential. Because let me tell you something, when you make a decision, a real decision, your whole life will shift. And don't you dare tell me it's too late for you. Don't you tell me you're too old, too young, too broke, too busy, too far behind. Because let me tell you something. Somebody out there with less time, less money, and fewer resources than you has already made it happen. And if they can, so can you. But you've got to be hungry. You've got to want it so bad that quitting is not an option. You've got to want it so bad that failure is just a stepping stone. You've got to want it so bad that no matter who tells you no, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fall, you get back up and keep moving. And I know, I know, it won't be easy. You're going to have moments where you want to quit. You're going to have days where you feel like you're not making progress. But hear me when I tell you, pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. So I want you to make a decision today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because your future self is counting on you. That version of you who is successful, powerful, and living the life you've always dreamed of, they are waiting. And they're looking at you right now saying, don't stop, don't quit, keep going. You've got greatness inside of you. You've got power inside of you. You've got something this world needs. And today is the day you step into it. So I'll ask you one more time, give me 20 minutes and I can change your life. But only if you're ready, only if you're willing, only if you decide right now that you are done settling for anything less than the greatness that already lives inside you. Let's go. Most people live on autopilot. They wake up, go to work, come home, scroll through their phones, and repeat the cycle day after day. They're moving, but they're not really going anywhere. They mistake busyness for progress, but in reality, they're stuck in the same place they were a year ago. Why? Because they never stop to ask themselves, is this the life I truly want? Instead, they settle into the comfort of routine, the predictability of mediocrity. But you weren't born to be average. You weren't put on this earth to simply exist. The moment you wake up to this truth, everything changes. You have the power to take control, to rewrite your story, and to start living intentionally instead of mindlessly following the same script society handed you. Fear is the biggest enemy. It whispers in your ear every time you think about taking a risk, stepping outside your comfort zone, or chasing your dreams. What if I fail? What if I look foolish? What if I lose everything? But the real question is, what if you win? Fear is a liar. It magnifies risk and minimizes reward. It keeps you trapped in hesitation while others, less talented but more courageous, move forward and claim the life you dream about. Fear will always be there, but courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. Every great success story started with someone who was scared but did it anyway. If you let fear dictate your decisions, you'll never see what's possible. But if you face it, push through, and take action despite the doubt, you'll discover that fear was never as powerful as you thought. Time waits for no one. Whether you take action or not, the clock is still ticking. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, years have passed. And one day you'll wake up and realize that someday never came. The dreams you put on hold will be buried under the weight of regret. The most painful thing in life isn't failure, it's knowing you had a chance and didn't take it. Too many people live as if they have all the time in the world, procrastinating on their dreams, waiting for the perfect moment. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. The right time is always now. Every second you wait is a second you'll never get back. If you want to change your life, you have to act today. Decisions change destinies. The moment you make a real decision, one that is non-negotiable, your entire life begins to shift. Most people don't fail because they lack talent or intelligence. They fail because they never commit. They say, I'll try, instead of saying, I will. A true decision is backed by action. It means you cut off all other options. It means you burn the boats so there's no way back. When you decide that quitting is not an option, when you decide that you will succeed no matter what, the universe moves to support you. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to decide and start moving forward. Excuses keep you stuck. People say, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't have the money, I don't have the time. But let me tell you something. Someone out there had it worse than you and still made it happen. There are single parents working 3 jobs who built businesses. There are people with disabilities who achieved greatness. There are individuals who started with nothing and created empires. Excuses feel real, but they're just stories we tell ourselves to stay in our comfort zone. If you really want something, you will find a way. If not, you will find an excuse. And every time you give in to an excuse, you reinforce the belief that you can't. But if you push through, if you refuse to let excuses control you, you'll realize that the only limits that exist are the ones you accept. Hunger fuels success. The people who win in life aren't necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They're the ones who refuse to give up. They're the ones who stay up late working on their craft, who keep pushing when others quit. They're the ones who don't make excuses, who don't wait for permission. They're hungry, hungry to grow, to succeed, to live a life beyond mediocrity. And hunger is something you cultivate. It's a mindset. When you want something bad enough, you'll do whatever it takes. You won't care about the obstacles. You won't be stopped by rejection. You won't settle for less than your best. If you want to succeed, you need to get hungry. You need to want it so bad that no setback, no failure, no amount of struggle can stop you. Pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. Every journey to success comes with struggle. You will face rejection, setbacks, failures, and moments when you feel like giving up. But let me tell you this, the pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts a lifetime. If you quit now, if you settle for less than you're capable of, you will look back years from now and wonder, what if? You will wonder, what could have been if you had just pushed a little harder, if you had just stayed in the game a little longer. No one escapes pain, but you get to choose. Do you suffer the pain of hard work, or do you suffer the pain of regret? One leads to success, the other leads to a life of if only. Your future self is counting on you. Right now, there is a version of you in the future who is stronger, wiser, and living the life you dream of. That version of you is waiting for you to step up. But every choice you make today is either bringing you closer to that person or pushing you further away. Imagine looking in the mirror 10 years from now. Will you be proud of the decisions you made? Or will you wish you had been bolder, more determined, more relentless in chasing your dreams? Your future self is not created overnight. It's built by the actions you take every single day. Make the right choices. Show up for yourself. Because one day, you will either thank yourself or regret the chances you didn't take. The choice is yours. Right now, in this very moment, you stand at a crossroads. You can either continue living the same life, making the same excuses, settling for less than you deserve, or you can decide that today is the day everything changes. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because the truth is, you have everything you need inside of you. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to make a decision, take action, and refuse to quit. Fear will try to stop you. Doubt will creep in. But you are stronger than your struggles. You are greater than your excuses. And your future self is waiting for you to step up and claim the life you were meant to live. So I ask you one last time, are you ready to stop waiting and start winning? Because if you are, then go all in. No more hesitation. No more playing small. Go after your dreams like your life depends on it, because it does. The clock is ticking. The world is watching, and you were born for greatness. Let's go. Life is not going to hand you success on a silver platter. It's going to test you. It's going to push you. It's going to make you question everything you believe about yourself. And the only thing that will determine whether you rise or fall, whether you win or lose, whether you achieve your dreams or die with regrets, is your resilience. Most people don't fail because they're not talented or smart enough. They fail because they stop trying. They fail because they let temporary setbacks define their entire future. But let me tell you something. Your current struggles do not determine your final destination. Your resilience does. So the question is, what do you see for your life? What vision are you willing to fight for? Because if you can see it, believe in it, and commit to it, there is nothing that can stop you. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants financial freedom, a healthy body, a thriving career, and a life filled with purpose and passion. But very few people are willing to do what it takes to achieve it, because success is not about luck. It's not about talent. It's not even about motivation. Success is built on one thing: discipline is the bridge between your goals and your reality. It's the difference between the person who dreams and the person who achieves. It's what separates those who wish for success from those who earn it. You see, motivation is fleeting. One day you wake up feeling inspired, ready to conquer the world. The next day, life throws obstacles in your way, and that motivation disappears. But discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. Discipline is waking up and putting in the work, even when you don't feel like it. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack consistency. They start strong, they set goals, they make plans, but the moment things get tough, they quit. They say, I'll start tomorrow, I'll try again next week, but tomorrow turns into next week turns into next year, and before they know it, their dreams are nothing but distant memories. The truth is, success is not built on the days you feel like it. It's built on the days you don't. Look at the greatest athletes in the world. Do you think they feel like training every day? Do you think they always wake up excited to push their bodies to the limit? No. But they do it anyway because they understand that discipline is not about feelings, it's about commitment. It's about showing up day in and day out, regardless of how you feel. Take Kobe Bryant, for example. He was known for his relentless work ethic, waking up at 4 a.m. to practice while others were still sleeping. He didn't train only when he felt good. He trained every single day because he knew that champions are made in the unseen hours, in the moments when no one is watching. That's the level of discipline required to achieve greatness. But here's the thing, discipline isn't just for athletes or billionaires. It's for you. It's for anyone who wants to change their life. It's for the person who wants to build a business, who wants to get in the best shape of their life, who wants to master a new skill, who wants to break free from mediocrity. Discipline is the key that unlocks all of it. And the best part? Discipline is not something you're born with, it's something you build. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Every time you choose discipline over excuses, you are training yourself for success. Every time you get up early when you'd rather sleep in, every time you go to the gym when you don't feel like it, every time you work on your business instead of scrolling through social media, you are strengthening that muscle. But let's be real, discipline isn't easy. If it were, everyone would be successful. Discipline requires sacrifice. It means saying no to short-term pleasure in exchange for long-term rewards. It means giving up the habits that are holding you back. It means doing the hard things now so that life can be easier later. Most people won't do it because they want comfort more than they want success. But comfort is the enemy of progress. If you stay comfortable, you stay stuck. The biggest mistake people make is waiting until they feel like being disciplined. Let me tell you something. You will never feel like it all the time. If you wait for the perfect moment, if you wait for motivation, if you wait until you feel ready, you will never start. You have to act despite how you feel. You have to train yourself to push through resistance. And you don't have to start with massive changes. Discipline is built through small, daily decisions. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Read for 10 minutes a day. Exercise even when you're tired. Stick to your plan even when no one is watching. The more you do this, the easier it becomes. And over time, those small actions compound into massive results. So ask yourself, how badly do you want it? Are you willing to stay disciplined when things get hard? Are you willing to show up even when you don't feel like it? Because at the end of the day, your success is not determined by luck, talent, or intelligence. It's determined by one thing, your ability to stay disciplined no matter what. Discipline is your superpower, and the best time to start building it right now. Taking ownership is about recognizing that you are the creator of your own reality. You are not a victim of your circumstances. Your past does not define you, and your current situation is not your final destination. What matters is how you respond, how you choose to move forward from this point onward. The power to change your life lies in your hands, and it starts with choosing to take responsibility for everything in your life, regardless of how difficult it may seem. Many people have been taught to point fingers when things go wrong. We live in a society that loves to blame others. It's easy to blame your parents for your upbringing, your boss for your job dissatisfaction, your circumstances for your lack of success. But here's the truth. Blame gets you nowhere. It keeps you stuck in the same place, trapped in a cycle of negativity. It robs you of your power and strips you of your potential. When you blame someone or something else, you give away control of your life. You make someone else responsible for your happiness, your success, and your future. Taking ownership also means that you stop relying on other people to fulfill your needs. So many people spend their lives looking for someone else to rescue them. They wait for the perfect partner, the right mentor, the ideal circumstances to start pursuing their dreams. But the truth is, no one is coming to save you. You are the hero of your own story. Your success, your happiness, your fulfillment, all of that is your responsibility. When you take ownership, you stop waiting for someone else to make your life better. You make it better yourself. So, I challenge you today to take ownership. Take ownership of your choices, your actions, your life. Stop waiting for someone else to make things happen for you. The power to create the life you want is in your hands. Own it. By taking ownership, you stop allowing external forces to dictate your happiness and success. You take back the control that's been handed over to fear, doubt, and the opinions of others. Instead, you choose to be the architect of your own story, no longer a passive participant, but an active player who shapes every chapter. This shift is monumental because it empowers you to make decisions with clarity and intention, to overcome obstacles with resilience, and to live each day with purpose. It's important to recognize that ownership is not just about acknowledging your current state, it's about your future potential. When you own your dreams, your failures, your growth, and your actions, you build a life of fulfillment and satisfaction that no external force can take away. You embrace the responsibility of every step, knowing that each action, each choice, each decision you make brings you closer to the life you envision. You understand that no matter where you are today, your future is in your hands. And with ownership comes the power to change anything at any time. So take responsibility. Take full responsibility for who you are, and where you're going. Own your journey, own your growth, and own your success. When you do, you step into a life that is truly yours, one of purpose, of meaning, and of greatness. This is the ultimate power you hold. It's time to claim it.